China's Premier Li Keqiang has proposed a 5-point plan to try to promote some stability. CCTV's Jessica Stone has been following this story from our Washington, D.C. newsroom. Jessica.
And Susan, Premier Li is in Malaysia for the Association of Southeast Asian meetings, as well as his first official visit, actually, to the country since he took office in 2013. His plan comes also as China gives its most forceful defense of island reclamation in the South China Sea to date. It was all smiles for the group photo at this year's ASEAN summit, but with tensions rising between 4 member states and China over competing claims in the South China Sea, Premier Li Keqiang unveiled a 5-point plan to calm them. He called on all countries to safeguard peace and stability, but said only countries directly involved in disputes should try to resolve competing claims. Premier Li pushed for a code of conduct in the South China Sea and asked non-claimants outside the region, like the United States, to refrain from causing tension. All countries, he said, should uphold freedom of navigation and overflight. In recent weeks, the U.S. Defense Secretary visited an aircraft carrier on patrol in the South China Sea, and a U.S. warship traveled through what China considers its territory in the Nansha Islands, all in the name of maintaining freedom of navigation.
This time, in a very high-profile manner, the U.S. sent military vessels within 12 nautical miles of China's islands and reefs. This has gone beyond the scope of freedom of navigation. It is a political provocation, and the purpose is to test China's response.
Last week, the American president also pledged $250 million to its allies in the region, including the Philippines, which has competing claims with China over the Nansha Islands.
At the U.S. ASEAN and East Asia summits, a key topic was the South China Sea, and many leaders spoke about the need to uphold international principles, including the freedom of navigation, and overflight, and the peaceful resolution of disputes.
Beijing says the U.S. has no role in dispute settlement as it's not a party to any claims. China has long preferred to negotiate directly with individual claimants. At the same time, it has promised to continue reclaiming islands in the region. During ASEAN, Washington asked China to stop. And UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has also recently weighed in on the ongoing territorial disputes in the South China Sea, calling on all parties to use restraint and to solve their disagreements peacefully. Susan.
Jessica Stone reporting in the newsroom. Thank you.